100,000 undocumented immigrants are benefiting from the program. This is according to Politico. This is their number, okay? DACA has been controversial ever since former President Barack Obama pushed the measure through in 2012 with a policy memorandum rather than acting through Congress. So for that reason, critics have said it was unconstitutional. And there's really not a lot of courts could do really a single thing because it really is. Okay? The Associated Press noted that Donald Trump could always change his mind. The so-called dreamers affected by the move are a fraction of the estimated 11 million illegal immigrants in the United States. 11 million illegal immigrants in our country, folks. And listen, I was just in Miami, and I talked to some immigrants that came in from Turkey. And I got to tell you, there's some locals there not very happy because they came in the right way with their green cards. They got in for their work permits. They went to school. There's so many people that could have came out of the shadows and didn't come out of the shadows. There was ways, there was offered, but they didn't take it. And the signs that I see in some cities when they're protesting, you know, for Trump's immigration policies, et cetera, I see these signs that says, and this says it all. To the extent, what did the one lady say of the sign where it goes, illegal and proud of it, undocumented and proud of it, illegal and proud of it, have no problem being an illegal immigrant, and has no intention of becoming a legalized, nationalized citizen of the United States of America. And they want to be taken care of. That's what I think makes the president angry. You know, you're saying, well, Robert, we're talking about the children of immigrants, okay? The children were born over here. Well, first of all, there wouldn't be an issue if the parents actually got right in the first place. Folks, you can't have a country if you don't honor its laws. How do you instill into the minds of people why to follow the law in the beginning if you don't even follow the Constitution, folks? That's the whole point. We have something in this country, like it or not, that's called the rule of law.
Should dreamers be worried?
We love the dreamers. We love everybody. Thank you very much.
You know, our efforts to stop the president's illegal immigration plan go back to a fundamental principle, which is that one person doesn't have the unilateral authority to change the law or make new law.
They came out of the shadows at the invitation of their government. The question for the Republican Party is, what do we tell these people?
All right, that's Lindsey Graham. What do we tell these people? That's really a good question. Trump following through on a campaign promise to end the program that grants amnesty to the undocumented immigrants. That's really what it comes down to, who enter the United States as children. Now, the White House plans to delay the implementation of the change for 6 months, and Politico reported this today. The Associated Press noted that Trump could always change his mind. The decision to be announced tomorrow. It will seek to placate both sides in the immigration debate in time when the president is also grappling with North Korea's nuclear program and Houston's recovery. All these issues on the president's desk. And then the House of Representatives Speaker Paul Ryan's urging Trump on Friday not to rescind the program, and was joined by Senator Orrin Hatch, also a Republican. Democrats like Senator Al Franken of Minnesota also wanted the program to continue. Franken called the reported decision a disgrace. Nancy Pelosi, the top House Democrat, last week asked Ryan to meet with Democratic lawmakers to discuss a comprehensive legislation solution. That's Nancy Pelosi. Comprehensive. Seems reasonable. Prior to the news, Trump's action, Apple Incorporated CEO Tim Cook tweeted, 250 of my Apple coworkers are dreamers. I stand with them. But U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin downplayed those warnings on Sunday, telling Fox News Sunday that he was less concerned about the economic impact. He says most of the dreamers came from Mexico and elsewhere in Latin America. More than 200,000 live in California, while 100,000 are in Texas, New York, Illinois, and Florida also have large numbers. The Congress under presidents of both parties have been unable to pass comprehensive immigration reform. So what to do about the Dreamers has been actively debated within the White House and Trump administration. One senior administration official described the debate as a tug-of-war between the factions. DACA supporters argue that the people it protects grew up and are U.S. educated and integrated into the American society and with little connection to the countries in which they are citizens. Opponents of the program argue that illegal immigrants take jobs from U.S. citizens. Well, folks, I am one of those that subscribes to that because it's really true. Now, to the kids' defense of the whole matter, the parents come into the country illegally, they have children, so they were calling them anchor babies, and I guess they got away with saying that because it was offensive, but it's kind of like you're grandfathered in, I guess is the general hope. That's where a lot of folks find themselves in this dilemma. You know, you feel sorry for them. They've melded. They've gone to the universities. They've graduated high school. They're American. They've assimilated. They love our country. They have friends. They have a future. And then you're going to kick all these people out. It's a tough thing to discuss because you don't want to hurt people. But at the same token, the parents have hurt our country, and that they just did not do it. So then should the children pay? This is a really very sticky situation, because you don't want to allow this trend to continue to allow illegal immigration. It's not welcomed in any other country, folks. Other countries don't allow or welcome illegal immigration. They don't want it. Under failed policies or immigration reform in this country, it has created a monster. And one of the biggest monsters that it's created, folks, truthfully, is the welfare program, the entitlement programs. It is ridiculous. It's in the trillions of dollars. Now, if you're somebody that's in need and you want it, I understand that the entitlements and all that, but Jesus, where does it end? Where does it end? If it's unconstitutional, then it needs to be revoked. It's the bottom line. If it does not succeed with it, you cannot amend it. It's something that is written and you don't do it. And Obama found great ways to just go above and beyond whatever our framers said it. It didn't matter. Forget about how our grandfather's father went through Ellis Island. People don't want to hear those stories anymore. They don't want to do it. But I'll tell you, it does anger many people that come in from other countries that did it the right way, sacrificed, did everything they can. I heard of a nurse who was the best at what she could do in her country, and she wanted freedom because the country she was from, she was second-class, third-class citizen. So she comes over to America, and all her credentials are void. She can't practice, but has to go through sweeping floors and doing all these other things. Was the head nurse saved thousands of lives, and her credentials are nothing. That's kind of sad. Given her track record, hopefully she'll go through a nursing program over here. But it's tough to immigrate from someplace else where things are done differently, or they don't honor the schooling of another country. It's a shame. But I hope that she is able to find some success. It's not easy coming from other places. It's not easy getting established, that's for sure. And we've always had a big heart. But I just feel like we have to do things smarter. When you got that many illegals already here, you kick out millions of people. I mean, how do you do it? And then everybody's looking at the economic factors of it. Steve Munchin says it's not going to hurt that much if you kick these people out. There's obviously going to be ramifications for that. You can't just disturb that many people and not have some kind of effect on the economy. And then here's the kicker. So if you do kick them out, how many people are going to want those jobs? Some of them are good jobs, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them are just menial work, labored work, and they're getting a really good deal. How many people are going to want them? A lot of Americans, they want $20 an hour. People will work for less. There's the other side of immigration. Hillary, she came out with her new book, What Happened? Well, Donald Trump has an answer to that. He was mocking Hillary Clinton's upcoming book about the 2016 presidential election by retweeting one of his supporters who answered the book's title, What Happened, by retweeting it, I happened. The supporter's tweet included a photo of Clinton's book along with one of Trump's superimposed on the same book cover with the new title. Remember how Trump got his superimposed over CNN with a boxing match and all that other stuff? So another one, superimposed tweet, photo of Clinton's book along with one of Trump's superimposed, the same book cover with a new title, I happened. I just... some experts of Clinton's book critical of Trump have already been released to the press, the International Business Times reported. Morning Joe on MSNBC published parts of the audiobook in which Clinton described how her skin crawled during one of the presidential debates. Since defeating Clinton last year, Trump has continued to criticize the former Secretary of State, has repeatedly reminded voters of his victory over Clinton via Twitter. Trump is a retweeter and habitual retweeter of his supporters, according to Newsmax here and reporter. This is off the wire. Nobody's taking credit for it. Last month, he retweeted a meme of himself eclipsing former President Barack Obama. He actually did. I think it's cool that we got a president that's hip to social media, but I think it's cooler that he's got more followers on his Twitter than MSNBC, CBS, ABC. I mean, he's got more, highest ratings. He reach people so fast, so quick. I mean, you own the printing press. He can put his message out so quick. I'm envious. I'd love to have the amount of followers. And I think the media, they understand, they know. Yeah, it's amazing to talk to the folks and kind of get out. And I was talking to some people in Miami about Donald Trump. Some people just don't like him. A lot of people don't like him there. And I just asked, what is it that you don't like about it? It's immigration. You know, he wants to kick us all out. He doesn't like us. I said, well, who says that he doesn't like immigrants? He wants to kick us all out. I said, are you an illegal immigrant? No, I have my green card. He said, well, I think you're going to be just fine. Oh, he doesn't want to kick me out? No. The reason they're all stewed and all pissed off is because the mainstream media makes it look like he's anti-immigrant. Not illegal immigrant, anti-immigrant. We're all immigrants, you idiot. And when I say idiots, it's these big corporations spending the big bucks to be on the network, supporting them in their social agendas, trying to paint this narrative to immigrants that he hates immigrants. His wife's an immigrant. She speaks 12 languages, by the way, not an idiot. There's no way that you speak that many languages. I mean, come on, folks, wake up. Donald Trump is not, if they say that Kim Jong-un is not an idiot, then trust me, and Donald Trump's not launching missiles, is he?